They call them fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope.
So when I walk across the street to the crowd, I'm walking through the crowd and somebody grabs my hand. Just softly put their hand in my hand and just holding it. So I look, you know, and I see this big chain that said flip mode. Just diamonds iced out. I look at the chain and I know what flip mode is, so I look up. Now all this happened in split seconds. I look up and it's Busta Rhymes.
If Busta ever tried to film me, hit you with no lanes to what you saying, yo. Should have with that 9 milli, what the killer, yo. Yeah, I can hit better than him. He better not play with me. I will and perform Busta Rhymes' show.
No. Not Busta Rhymes getting exposed as a super intense monster. And listen, those are his bodyguard's words, not mine.
I've seen you talking about Busta Rhymes before.
Oh yeah.
In some of your videos.
Oh yeah. Super zest monster.
So apparently Busta Rhymes is going viral after a former bodyguard revealed some serious secrets, claiming Busta made some really strange requests about young men in his VIP club section. But that's just the beginning. Orlando Brown is also accusing Busta of being one of many closeted rappers who took advantage of him. On top of that, 50 Cent has hinted quite clearly about Busta's secret lifestyle. Now several men are coming forward, sharing their own stories about how Busta allegedly made inappropriate advances and tried to get them to party with him. But let's be honest, this isn't just about their orientation. It's about these closeted men in the industry acting tough in public while crossing boundaries because they're too afraid to be open about who they really are.
But if you notice, like, there's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. Why are you getting mad at females? You go to these guys, they're in the club, go to their section. It's all men in the section.
Seems like everyone in the industry has been whispering about Busta's escapades for years, but now it's all coming out in the open. So what exactly did Orlando Brown and 50 Cent reveal about Busta? Did he really do something inappropriate? To young men, let's break it all down. Did you know that back in 2006, Busta Rhymes made headlines after shouting a homophobic slur at a male fan who approached him? According to the New York Post, the fan tapped Busta on the shoulder to congratulate him on his comeback, but Busta snapped and then told his bodyguard, "I hate effing FWs." When asked in 2007 about homophobia in the rap community, Busta said that because of what he represents culturally, he doesn't accept homosexuality at all. When asked if hip-hop culture would ever accept a gay rapper, Busta quickly left the interview. Fast forward to now, it seems Busta Rhymes might be another rapper hiding his true identity while taking out his frustrations on others. But let's be clear, this isn't just about Busta allegedly being in demand. That's his business. The real problem is that he is supposedly attracted to men while also hating himself and putting his hands on women and male ex-workers he allegedly hires. It's the hypocrisy that stands out. Now rewind to the early 2000s when rumors about Busta's preferences first started making headlines. And guess who was brave enough to spill this hot tea? None other than Wendy Williams. So what did Wendy reveal about Busta's secret lifestyle? Wendy exposed the so-called homo thugs.
We come from a very homosexual era of hip-hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day in my career, and it's all coming full circle now.
So word on the street is that back in the day, Wendy Williams had a whole list of rappers who were on the down low, and she'd have people call into her show to spill all the scandalous details about their encounters with these rappers. And I'll guess whose name was on that infamous list? None other than Busta Rhymes. One time, a man called into Wendy's show claiming Busta punched him in the face right after he got down on his knees for him. But that's not all, the caller said. Busta told him to keep quiet about their encounter, which supposedly happened at a club in NYC where rappers would meet with gay men. Even though Busta allegedly worked hard to get the recording removed from the internet, Wendy's longtime fans remember this episode clearly. Also, let's not forget Wendy was one of the first to publicly discuss Diddy's rumored down low lifestyle, and even had proof to back it up. But when Diddy heard Wendy had a photo of him with another man, he reportedly got her fired from Hot 97 and basically pushed her out of New York, forcing her to find work in Philadelphia.
Before Cassie dropped her bombshell lawsuit.
Finish. This is the father of the joint venture deals, the label deals, that's right, the production deals. That's right. This is the father. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm big up Dallas Austin because he pulled this all up. But when he did it, it was the complete shifting of the climate. We ain't never seen it before. The same way, there's been a lot of greatness after, but he added to the floors of the skyscraper. He designed the foundation for that skyscraper.
When Wendy put out those pictures of a man pulling his pants down, showing what looked like a gay act, Diddy got on the phone and warned that if she was still on the radio when he got back to New York City, there would be serious consequences. He told a radio executive that none of his associates would work with the station and no artists would come their way. By the time he returned, Wendy Williams was already in Philadelphia working at a new station. That shows the power he had. Jaguar Wright recently gave a shout out to Wendy, calling her the first woman to expose Diddy and other homo thugs in the industry, a term Wendy coined in the 90s for closeted rappers who used intimidation and violence to keep their secrets safe. The stuff happening to Wendy now seems connected, and rumors say Busta Rhymes and Diddy became close friends because they had a lot in common, with some even claiming they shared young men. Now that Diddy faces a federal investigation, Busta has distanced himself, but it's well known they were close since the 90s. Photos show Busta hanging out with Diddy, J-Lo, Aaliyah, and other industry faces, and even praising Diddy as recently as September 2023, just weeks before Cassie filed her lawsuit. Busta's history includes legal trouble, like attacking a man for spitting on his car in 2006 and being charged in 2007 for putting hands on his former driver over money issues, resulting in probation. In 2009, he paid $75,000 to a fan he allegedly attacked after the fan tried to leave Busta's concert early. Besides anger issues, both Busta and Diddy reportedly have a taste for much younger men. Busta's former bodyguard, Big Homie CC, revealed that Busta regularly sent people to find young men to bring to his VIP club section, calling Busta a super zest monster and sharing juicy details. Big Homie told how Busta once pulled a man into his section at a club and made sure he didn't leave, describing it as a regular thing whenever Busta was out. Despite the rumors, many in the industry stayed silent because they wanted to stay. In Busta's VIP section, Big Homie also mentioned Busta's history of lashing out at women, possibly out of jealousy. In 2012, this was already known, but nobody spoke up because people admired Busta and wanted access to the clubs and events he was part of. Videos show Busta getting angry at women for minor things, like touching him, sometimes throwing drinks. Many club sections with Busta were filled only with men, which people didn't find strange. Then in 2020, social media user Trip Alley shared on YouTube how Busta tried to pick him up in New York while he was heading to a Halloween party. Trip described how Busta grabbed his hand and invited him to his VIP section. But after a fight with his friend, Trip decided not to go. In 2021, rumors resurfaced about Busta trying to pick up men, including being seen leaving a gay pride event with a trans woman. Orlando Brown added to the frenzy by claiming he slept with multiple rappers, including Diddy, Busta, and others. Although Orlando has a reputation for eccentric behavior, many now think he might be telling some truth about the industry's dark side. 50 Cent, who is preparing to perform with Busta soon, trolled Busta online using their old photos and playful posts, but fans want Busta to address the serious allegations about his VIP club. Comments online accuse Busta of mistreating men and being self-hating and homophobic, which they say explains his mistreatment of male prostitutes he hires. What do you think about these allegations against Busta Rhymes and Orlando Brown's claims? Drop your thoughts below and don't miss the next video. When Wendy Williams shared those pictures showing a man pulling his pants down, suggesting a gay act, Diddy picked up the phone and threatened that if she was still on the radio when he returned to New York City, there would be serious consequences. He told a radio executive that none of his contacts would work with that station and no artist would show up. By the time Diddy came back, Wendy was already working at a new station in Philadelphia. That shows his power. Recently, Jaguar Wright gave credit to Wendy as the first woman to expose Diddy and other homo thugs in the industry, a term Wendy used in the 90s for closeted rappers who used intimidation and violence to keep their secrets hidden. What's happening to Wendy now seems connected to this. Rumor has it that Busta Rhymes and Diddy became close friends because they shared a lot in common, with some even saying they shared young men with each other. Now that Diddy is facing a federal investigation, Busta has distanced himself, but it's well known that they were close since the 90s. Photos show Busta hanging out happily with Diddy, J-Lo, Aaliyah, and other famous people in the industry. Busta even praised Diddy as recently as September 2023, just weeks before Cassie filed her lawsuit. Busta's past includes legal trouble, like attacking a man for spitting on his car in 2006 and being charged in 2007 for putting his hands on his former driver over money issues, which led to probation. In 2009, he paid $75,000 to a fan after allegedly attacking him for trying to leave Busta's concert early. Besides anger issues, both Busta and Diddy reportedly have a taste for much younger men. Busta's former bodyguard, Big Homie CC, revealed that Busta often sent people to find young men to bring to his VIP club section, calling Busta a super zest monster and sharing juicy details. Big Homie described how Busta once pulled a man into his section at a club and made sure he didn't leave. This was a regular thing whenever Busta went out. Despite these rumors, many in the industry stayed silent because they wanted to stay in Busta's VIP section. Big Homie also mentioned Busta's history of lashing out at women, possibly because of jealousy. This was already known by 2012, but no one spoke up because people admired Busta and wanted access to clubs and events he was part of. Videos show Busta getting angry at women for minor things, sometimes throwing drinks on them. Many of Busta's club sections were filled only with men, which no one seemed to find strange. Then in 2020, social media user Trip Alley shared on YouTube how Busta tried to pick him up in New York while he was going to a Halloween party. Trip described how Busta grabbed his hand and invited him to his VIP section. But after a fight with his friend, Trip chose not to go. In 2021, rumors resurfaced about Busta trying to pick up men, including being seen leaving a gay pride event with a trans woman. Orlando Brown added fuel to the fire by claiming he slept with multiple rappers, including Diddy, Busta, and others. Although Orlando has a reputation for eccentric behavior, many now believe he might be telling some truth about the dark side of the industry. 50 Cent, preparing to perform with Busta soon, trolled Busta online using old photos and playful posts, but fans want Busta to address the serious allegations about his VIP club. Comments online accuse Busta of mistreating men and being self-hating and homophobic, which people say explains his mistreatment of male prostitutes he hires. What's your opinion on these allegations against Busta Rhymes and Orlando Brown's claims? Drop your thoughts below and don't miss the next video.
Presence of some high-profile monsters lurking in the entertainment industry. And then he randomly brought up Diddy, seemingly saying that Diddy performed a certain act on him.
There's a lot of things that will make you buckle, bro. To make you buckle, bro. And people done lost their families, bro. People done lost their kids, and people, a lot of stuff that happened.
So their record labels are taking life insurance policies out on rappers. Mainly because it's more dangerous for rappers nowadays.
I mean, this is a touchy subject. I just, I'll give you this. You can willingly turn woman and have a bag, or you can do what I'm doing. You can willingly turn trans, or you can get in trouble and go to jail and get up, and they do it to you forcefully because you up and you didn't know what to do with your blessing.
Back then, most people just chuckled at Orlando's comments, treating them like an ongoing joke about Diddy possibly being on the down low. But now, with all these troubling accusations swirling around Diddy, perspectives are definitely shifting. People are starting to say that maybe Orlando isn't as off his rocker as everyone thought. When the bombshell headlines about Diddy's alleged crimes dropped back in November, Cam Capone wasted no time and invited Orlando back for another chat on their channel. This time, they revisited Orlando's viral comments about Diddy from the previous year and even brought up 50 Cent's wild story about Diddy trying to take him shopping. Here's how Orlando reacted to these questions about Diddy.
One of the big things that made its rounds all over the internet, went completely viral, was some things you had to say about Diddy.
Oh yeah.
And there was also, shortly after that, there was an old video that was kind of going viral. And it was 50 Cent, and where he says he was at a party with Diddy. And he was mad at Diddy because Diddy offered to take him shopping. And he felt like that was only something like you would do for a female.
He's a nice guy.
People are convinced that Orlando is purposefully mixing truth with what seems like nonsense, perhaps to protect himself. They believe he may be using his eccentric behavior as a shield while subtly revealing real information. On the other hand, there are those who argue that Orlando's mental health challenges don't discredit his claims. They suggest that his struggles could stem from traumatic experiences in the industry, and his outspokenness might be his way of coping or seeking justice. And Orlando isn't finished yet with spilling the tea. Just recently, he went viral again, claiming he slept with multiple men in the industry. Not just Diddy, but also dropping names like Busta Rhymes and a whole bunch of others.
We made love. We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you seen Busta in the airport too. That motherfucker tried to act like he didn't know you. You smashed Drake?
No, I never smashed.
Oh, you made love to Drake.
What's that name? Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. Usher. Usher's a gusher. And
why you not naming no hoes?
I'm telling you, bro. It's my dad's friends. My dad sicked his baddest friends on me.
Who's your dad?
Lucifer.
While most people don't typically take Orlando seriously when he makes these types of claims, there have been recent interviews where he appears more lucid. In these instances, if you read between the lines, Orlando seems to be making a lot of sense. 50 Cent trolls Busta, with all these rumors and allegations swirling around Busta Rhymes. You already know 50 Cent would have something to say about it. 50, who is preparing to hit the stage with Busta at the upcoming Humor and Harmony Comedy Festival, posted this photo of Busta's famous yellow outfit from the 1999 MTV Video Music Awards and wrote, Then Busta fired back by sharing this AI-generated photo of 50 and said, I keep telling y'all the blessings don't stop, so we ain't never going to stop. I thought it was Father's Day, 50 Cent, and you out here looking like this. Don't let me find out this how you be in the mirror preparing your look for Shreveport. Now 50 and Busta are clearly just trolling each other. However, fans are saying Busta needs to stop with the silly posts and address those allegations about fun boys in his VIP club section. One fan commented, I've heard multiple gay stories on Busta and that he's a bussy snatcher and physically mistreats the men he's with. I remember there was a TV show that had a gay character dating an obviously DL rapper, and I was like, is this about Busta? Another person wrote, that has been known for years. I think the most disturbing part of it is the rumor about him being so self-hating and homophobic that he beats up the male prostitutes he hires. Really, really disturbing, and I always think of it when I see him being a misogynist to boot. Let me know how you feel about all these allegations being made about Busta Rhymes, and what's your take on Orlando Brown claiming he slept with Diddy, Busta, and other rappers? Drop your comments below, and don't miss out on this next video.
Most of these dudes, bro, putting on a major act. They don't want to be themselves.
It's crazy.
They'll get mad at you for buying bottles of champagne to give the girls. They'll get mad, oh, we don't want these bottle rats in our section. What are we here for? Why are y'all here then? What are y'all here for? Just because y'all got booked to be here, okay, but sometimes they not booked. They just in there. And what they looking for, it ain't gonna be what you thinking of on God. Seen it.
But if you think this is just one bodyguard stirring the pot or spreading tall tales, think again. Turns out there are multiple men who have come forward with their own juicy stories about close encounters with Busta Rhymes. Back in 2020, social media user Trip Ali spilled some serious tea on his YouTube channel and claimed that Busta tried to pick him up in NYC while he was on his way to a club for a Halloween party.
I'm walking, New York City, going to a club. It was Halloween weekend, everybody was out. And it was this party we was going to, me, my boy, and his friend that had came in from Detroit. friend that had came in from Detroit, and I'm walking across the street and Busta Rhymes just grabbed my hand and he holding my hand. Now I ain't know it was Busta at first. You know, Busta Rhymes tall. I'm sure I came up to about right here. So the first thing I noticed was this big ass flip mode chain that was blinding me. So I look at the chain and and I look up, I'm like, oh, what's up, Busta? What's up? Now he holding my hand the whole time. I'm like, what's up, man? He like, what you doing? And I was like, oh, me and my people, we about to go to this club around the corner. What's up, man? You know, and then I noticed throughout my peripheral vision, the side eye, this big bodyguard in black, just standing there, you know, looking around, you know, looked at me, you know, still looking around. Meanwhile, Busta still got my hand in his hand.
Trip Ali said Busta invited him to come to his VIP section in a club, and Trip got excited thinking it would just be a regular party.
And he says, you know, I'm about to go in this club. You know, we got a section, you know, you can come in with me if you want. And I'm like, word, for real? Like, that's what's up. Like, he was like, yeah. I was like, well, I gotta, you know, tell my people. I was like, I come in, you know what I'm saying? He was like, okay, just let me know, you know, tell them that you coming in there to meet with me and come on up. And I was like, bet. So, of course, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Busta Rhymes is one of my favorite artists.
However, Trip then got into an argument with his friend who didn't want to go to Busta's party, and the argument escalated into a physical fight. Trip was so rattled after the fight that he no longer wanted to go to any club, and his friend left him stranded in the middle of NYC. Maybe this friend did Trip a favor, because who knows what would have happened if he went with Busta to his VIP section. Now, fast forward to 2021, rumors popped up again that Busta was once again out and about trying to pick up men. He was caught by the paparazzi supposedly leaving a gay pride event with a trans woman. But hold up, because there's another man who has a story to share, none other than Orlando Brown. Recently, he alleged that a bunch of rappers, including Busta and Diddy, slept with him. Orlando Brown has once again sent the internet into a frenzy after spilling the tea on camera, claiming he slept with multiple rappers including Diddy, Busta Rhymes, Drake, Bow Wow, and a whole bunch of others. Here's the kicker, though. Orlando has a bit of a reputation for substance use and some eccentric behavior. Because of this, people didn't really take him seriously when he first started airing out all these shocking allegations about the music industry. Everyone just brushed it off as another one of Orlando's crazy rants. But now, with seriously powerful figures being accused of all sorts of wild stuff, folks are starting to put the pieces together. Suddenly, Orlando's stories don't seem so far-fetched. Could it be that Orlando has been trying to tell us what's really going on in the industry all along? And who exactly are these rappers who allegedly took advantage of him? Just for context, over the past few years, Orlando has been popping up in viral interviews and dropping some seriously shocking allegations on rumored Hollywood rituals. In one of these interviews, Orlando hinted at the